Oh,
It's okay.
Ding, ding, ding,
It's
ding,
okay.
ding,
Yeah,
ding,
let's
ding, ding,
start
ding,
it
ding.
What's up, guys? Welcome into the Funshop podcast with Greg and Ronnie. We are streaming to you live from Los Angeles, California. What's up, Greg? How you feeling today?
Yeah. You know, I'm feeling all right. I was a little down earlier, but you came along, brightened up my day.
Oh,
Took me to the
always, that's what
post
I'm here for.
office, and we had some nice lunch, and then my card got charged like 3 times.
It'll come back. I mean, things are always pending for like a day or two.
Yeah, I
before
think
they go
I think I
final,
handled
so.
it pretty well considering like my temper. And then got back, and then got invited sort of last minute, I guess, but I guess better to be invited late than never.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I always like to be invited, even if I don't go. I like the invitation.
Yeah, so Ben from Dcon invited us out to the Secret Walls space over in Mid-City. I guess tonight they're having a little launch, like a presser, I guess you call it, a little press event, mingle event for Pasadena Dcon, for Dcon coming back to Pasadena.
Gotcha.
Which is I think June 20. It's at the end June, June's a busy month now that I'm thinking of it,
It's like
because
22nd, 23rd, maybe.
yeah, so I think it goes well now. I mean, we didn't mention it, but Mishka is doing a collab with about 3 megawatts. We're gonna do a little pop up at Closet in Atlanta, actually, on June 13th. So you heard that first here if you're listening. Check out the Mishka-gram, and you can see a preview of his work. It's really cool. Ben, actually, hopefully his name's Ben, but hopefully I didn't blow up his spot.
Dox him or anything. It's okay.
About 3 megawatts. Man, the shirts are crazy. I think it's like 36. So basically, I was on Instagram, and it was kind of, I think it was right before I lost my Instagram.
Okay.
Because I actually remembered that I was trying to find him, and I didn't have him resaved. But I guess right before it got taken down, I had seen this guy, and because certain artists will just randomly pop up, follow the artist or whatnot, and his thing is like he buys these like thrift shirts. He thrifts these shirts, and then he has a drawing based on the shirt. And I sort of had a feeling like he probably maybe when he sees the shirt, like he has like something in mind for it, or at least like, oh, okay, this is how I'm gonna use this to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh man, that would be really cool if I send him some Mishka shirts and he did the same thing, because these were the shirts that we were doing that were just single color with like an embroidered like eyeball,
Right.
And so I was like, could you take, so like with that in mind, I was like, could you take the Mishka shirt and create like an original design with, the eyeball in mind,
right,
or like with the keep watch in mind? And so he placed the order, and it was one of those things where I haven't really done any sort of like curation for Mishka, especially in like, I don't know, it's been a while now, and so. This was kind of something that I like reluctantly, I don't want to say reluctant, but I've been sort of trying to figure out like what I'm sort of ready to do or not do, just based on, my life at the moment and like everything I'm going through just sort of personally, and, like personally as like far as like my mental health, but then also just like my, like what I'm doing for work.
Right.
So, which obviously, like, because it's the Funshop podcast, like Greg's Funshop is, what most people that would be listening here know me for.
Yeah.
But
they know.
They know about
yeah,
Mishka.
They know.
So this is like kind of the first thing that I'm doing in a while. And it was good for me because I knew I wanted to do it this year, but I didn't really know when. And, Ben was cool because he, it actually took him a long time. So at the end of the day, I think he did like 36 shirts and like 4 pairs of pants. and they're all like hand done, and they're like super super cool. And I don't know, like I love them. I think they came out awesome.
Everything I see, I love.
Yeah, and like I don't know, it's fun to. It was like. It's always exciting to share. Like it was cool to send you like the text of them and like, you know, send like Mike Jones, a couple other people, just because it was something that I was like excited. I was like, oh man, like this actually like worked out. So the pop-up is on the 13th. I mean, we're planning. You're still planning, right?
Yeah.
We're
I'm
planning
down
on going.
Atlanta.
And then the next weekend is then Dcon.
Oh.
Because it's June, and then I think the next weekend is
Analog Outlaw. Oh man, how am I gonna party in June at all?
I don't know, dude. You're gonna have to figure out a way. But
I said I was gonna go hard, but yeah, I'm gonna have to, you know, just
maybe wait to July. Maybe July 4th is like the kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, I can sleep. I can sleep Monday through Friday.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, so June should be a good month. With that said, I mean, I have a lot to do. Like I feel like Willy Wonka, like lots to do, little time, lots to do.
Yeah.
But it's good. You know, it's all like positive shit. So it's like, you know, keeps things moving and grooving. And then, so that's a lot going on next month.
Let me ask you this. In your memory, has Mishka done any pop-ups or events in Atlanta at all? In the past? And you like what I mean, obviously with any artists.
Well, we did. No, I think we actually did a big event with Zoomies out in Atlanta with like Greg Mike. You know, he helped us with that. So yeah, we did actually do something pretty big in Atlanta. That was a while ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
You know, this is going to be
only once.
Yeah, this is way more like, I think my speed. It's like a small boutique.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they have I don't know a lot about them, but what I've seen is pretty cool. You know, that's like it's just like a small kind of like artist, shop boutique. I think they promote local artists and like craftsmen, and I think they have their own brand. And then, basically I think they created the spot to like help other artists showcase their wares. So,
cool.
You know, it's like we're renting it for the day, basically. So it's cool, man. Like I spend a lot of time just sort of in like my little bubble, right? And not get out. So I think it's going to be good also to meet other, I guess like kind of young, talented people and just see what like people are working on and what they're doing. And, that I think that'll be pretty inspirational, because I think people forget, especially artists as they get older, most of us that were involved in any sort of like artistic endeavor or like, counterculture movement or, like music, film, like this, that, the other, it's like, we were like, the youth was really like, we were living it. And so as we get older, like other people are living it. And so, it's cool to like connect with those people. And also like, listen, encourage, collaborate, all those things.
Absolutely.
Kind of keeps things like moving along. So no, and for me, it's a great place right now to be with Mishka, where, I am working on a couple other projects with like a couple other artists and brands and things, but
exciting,
but this is like my first kind of like, step back into doing like, kind of art curation with Mishka, which is fun, cause it's something that like I enjoy. So yeah, that is that. And
it'll be my first time to Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta. You got to take me out and take me clubbing.
Dude, I'm hoping that
yeah, you do. Don't hold out, man.
I think I went to Magic City one time when I was there, but to me, like, it was almost like going there seemed so, like, I don't remember it as much, but it almost felt like going to like a Jumbo's Clown Room type thing, where it was like more like an institution.
Yeah.
You're kind of going. It's almost like Cat's Deli.
Yeah, I've never been to Jumbo's Clown Room or Cat's Deli either. So
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it's.
You got to take me to all three.
I mean, maybe it's I don't know, man. I just need to know some good vegan spots, and then we'll.
Going to no.
We'll send and then we got to definitely check out something.
I want to. Yeah, we'll find lots of fun stuff to do. I'm just putting you on the spot.
And then so but yeah, no, let's see, this weekend You were partying.
Yeah,
I
this
was
past week I was,
collecting,
dealing.
dealing.
Pierce and Torrance, anything worth noting?
Pierce and Torrance. Yeah. Pierce was fun. I got some fun stuff that I was gonna.
What time did you show up there? 5:30.
Left the house at 5. Got there. It was funny because I got there like at 5. Maybe it was like a little. It was like I felt like I got there like at 5:30, 5:40, and then like some people were saying, like some people were joking. They're like, "Oh, you're already late."
Yeah.
And it was like I think they were just trying to get. I think they were just trying to get into my head.
Yeah.
You know,
it probably worked.
Because yeah, it definitely worked. So yeah, some people got into my head, but I did actually come across some really cool stuff. It's a long story, but I guess like the final part of it is that I was able to get this box of like memorabilia, like record promotional memorabilia.
Okay,
so
music stuff. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll do a couple show and tell. So this is a 1975 Pink Floyd
Frisbee disc. Is it by Whammo?
Nah, this is
it's not official.
This is actually made by Humphrey. This is a Humphrey Flyer, bro.
Shout out to Humphrey Flyers, one of the OGs.
Yeah. So we got the Pink Floyd Humphrey Flyer. And then probably around the same period, I think, we got the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys.
15 big ones. I wish they all could be Beach Boys. Oh, no, wait, that's a different one.
I don't know what you're listening to.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were... All
right. They're going to have to pay for the
you have to pay for the rights, yeah. And then the other one is a Beatles... rock and roll music.
Is this also Humphreys?
This is also
Looks like a Humphreys disc.
Yep. It's a Humphrey disc 4. This is a Humphrey disc 4, much rarer than the 3 or 2.
Can't take this one Frisbee golfing. Disc golfing.
Yeah, those will be from the Funshop. So that's cool. And then this was pretty neat. This was for 2 nights only. They were going to be showing the Beatles' Help.
The movie?
Yeah, and I guess maybe playing Let It Be. But it's kind of cool because it's at the UA Capitol in Glendale.
Shout out to Glendale.
Shout out to Glendale, to all my peeps. Yeah, Friday and Saturday night, June 17th and 18th, 2 nights only. Door prizes, Beatle record album, theater passes, and more. Make plans to attend now. School's out. It is a midnight show at the UA Capitol.
The afters at showing Help.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So that was pretty cool. Then this thing was funny. I haven't looked a lot. This is it's a fake note. It's a Bank of England like pound note, but it's for the band Genesis.
What's a quid? Is it a quid?
So 1 quid for Genesis.
£1.
1 pound quid. It says Genesis selling England by the pound.
Any year on it? I mean, obviously,
I'm guessing it's like 70s. Most of this stuff is like 70s.
Peter Gabriel.
No, Phil Collins, bruh.
Peter Gabriel was in it too.
Was he?
Back then. Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
yeah,
all them fools. I don't know everybody.
I think so.
So, anyways, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Then this is this is mad weird, okay? This is like cross-collectible.
I don't know if do we need to be more descriptive for the audio listeners?
You can.
Okay, all right.
I'm just kidding. No, we both should. So this thing is very odd. I haven't looked this up. No. So it's this guy, Roy Wood. Okay. He was like the 70s, like British.
It's an illustration of like
I think he's like an early like glam kind of guy.
Yeah, it's like a glam mystic wizard guy with lightning bolts in his hair.
Yeah, I should know more about him, but I just know he's cool.
Yeah.
But this is cool. It's like a chia. It's a promotional chia pet.
What?
Yeah.
No.
So see how his hair has like brown. Okay, so if you're not seeing this, it's like a postcard with a drawing. It looks like Bigfoot collabed with Obey.
Yeah, it kind of does. Right? Yeah, and maybe Kiss without the makeup.
Yeah. And
so his hair
says,
part, the top
watch him grow on you on United Artists Records, Roy Wood. So then if you see the back, it's got this little piece that hangs off and you put it into a glass. And then the water creeps up, and
it makes that part of his hair.
It wets his hair to sprout out. So then he's got chia head.
So it makes the green alfalfa.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Then but back then they didn't know that you could eat that shit.
Wow.
Or maybe they did. They were just starting to invent it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Isn't that kind of cool?
A chia promotional
tool. I mean, it could be pretty rare. I kind of kept it back because I was like, maybe I'll it's one of those things like I'll hold on to for a little bit longer.
The only chia pet I've ever gotten was for Christmas one year. My brother got it for me, and it was interesting because it's a Baby Yoda chia pet, but it came out before they decided to name him Grogu or whatever.
So when he was just the child.
It says like Baby Yoda. Like chia pet.
I don't think they ever called him Baby Yoda.
I think it says Baby Yoda, or maybe the child.
Yeah,
but it definitely didn't
say
Grogu. Yeah. Kind of interesting.
Yeah. Then there's a couple more things. Sorry.
Oh, so
I showed this to you earlier. I did a cursory check. It didn't pop up right away, but this is kind of funny. This is a 1973 pamphlet made by Taco Bell.
Yeah, make sure you show the Taco Bell on the. Oh yeah, you show the back and the top.
Yeah, the back's got the Taco Bell.
Taco Bell,
and it's a word's eye view of pro basketball prepared exclusively for Taco Bell by Chuck Hearn. Chick
Hearn.
Chick Hearn, him too.
Legendary.
The voice of
Laker
the
announcers.
World Championship Los Angeles Lakers. I think this came out 73, but it's kind of interesting because it's like it's like kind of like what to know, which is kind of funny.
I love the images of the old Taco Bell, like the old style building.
So it's like
a rule book.
Yeah, I mean, it's all talking about like a word's eye view of pro basketball. So it's like talking about like there's 5 players on a team plus up to 7 reserves on the court. 2 of them are called forwards. 1 is a center and 2 are guards. So it sort of tells you how to, like how it's played, and then a glossary. The NBA, is founded in 46. Damn, in 73, there was only 9 Western Conference teams and 8 Eastern Conference.
Okay. That's so interesting, Greg. Let's talk more about sports.
Hey, see? Well, I thought you liked sports.
I was just thinking, actually,
cool,
the more I look at that, the more I'm like, I wish there would be an artist that would do a riff on that, but it's of basketball.
From like Del Taco.
Well, I don't know if...
Dude, that would be funny is if you made like a fake... Okay, that's what we need to make as a fantasy item.
Yeah.
It's a Del Taco made a basketball pamphlet in the late 90s or early 2000s, whatever, like explaining what basketball was.
Just use Del Taco because it's kind of like the
competitor.
The flip side of Taco Bell. Or maybe we even watch the movie, see if there were any fast food sponsors they had. I just remember Lazy Boy.
Yeah, I kind of want to. That's like one of those movies that like I remember watching it and being like, oh, that was so funny, and then never watching it again.
Right.
And I'm like, why?
Because you need to be with your buddies and to be stoned.
Yeah, you think it holds up?
Well, we need to get stoned and watch it.
Yeah, let's get stoned.
We need to get stoned and watch basketball.
Then another kind of fun thing. So this is the premiere showing to The Hiding Place. I think it was
Jesus Lord.
Well, it's okay. Oh, I just noticed what it was.
Is it a pamphlet?
It's a pamphlet and a ticket. But I'll cover. It's like a Jew. It's like a Jew for Jesus, I think.
Is it a World War II movie?
It's a World War II movie.
World War II movie.
But it's kind of messed up because it shows like, people on a train track, but then it says arrive early for best seats.
Oh, Jesus.
But they obviously made the movie, but it was like totally as far as like art direction is concerned. You're like, that's a very strange tagline for a movie.
Let me see that. Let me open.
Like, I don't know. When I first looked at it, I was like, what?
Arrive early for best seats. Yeah, but there's
it's not right.
That's
yeah.
hard. That's so horrible. Oh my gosh. You can't make this stuff up.
I got a cool comic. I really like the art. It's okay. I'm going to say this very slowly and succinctly. Okay.
Okay.
This comic is called The Diggers. The Diggers. I think it's about zombies. Look at it.
Don't you mean the Diggers? Thank you. So okay,
and then the last thing I got was a wings button.
Is the Paul McCartney band?
I hope so. I mean, it seems way too cool to be Paul McCartney, but I guess maybe when it was first starting out, he did some cool stuff. Actually, one thing that was kind of interesting was I don't have it here, but I mean I have it in the other room, but it was a like this also whoever had this stuff was either like a Big Wings fan or they were on like the mailing list, but it was a bunch of these like Wings fan club sets.
Okay.
And the first one, it was like one was like issue 1 from 1975, and I opened it up and there was like this little green like piece of paper on it, and it was like what was her name? Linda, the
Yeah, his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like Linda McCartney's vegetarian pea soup recipe.
Oh, written on the back of it?
Like not written, but it was like a photocopy that was like included with the fan club, which I kind of thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Because that's like very like that's definitely something like your wife would make you do.
Yeah, and pea soup sucks.
I love pea soup.
You love pea soup?
Yeah, that's like the only thing I love about the British is like the smashed peas.
Oh, okay. No, I know the mushy peas, but I don't equate that with like pea soup.
Oh yeah, like I'm talking about like split, like it's like split pea soup.
Yeah.
Split pea soup rules.
Really?
Oh, dude.
I don't think I've ever had any good ones.
Like, well, I mean, like I make good ones, but see, I put like a smoky seasoning because the best type of split pea soup has got to have like ham in it.
Right. Yeah,
So,
but you can't do that.
But you can replace it, with like an alternative or like a smoky flavor or something, and it tastes. Or even like sometimes I'll just put Bacos.
I'll throw in some Spam.
Because when the Bacos kind of reconstitute, because Bacos are vegan.
Oh,
because it's just like salt and dust.
Yeah. So when they reconstitute, they get soft?
They get like kind of soft.
Okay,
so it's almost
right.
like a little jerky, like a little TV.
There's a hack for you guys. A little pea soup with
texture,
Bacos.
TVT, TVP, texturized something protein.
You got me. But it's a good little, I don't know. To me, it's like a white trash hack.
Dude, well,
Throwing
I guess
Bacos in your split pea soup.
Oh yeah, well,
very,
I don't know. I think like Bacos.
Florida.
I'll throw Bacos. Yeah, maybe, dude. I grew up in Florida.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
It's like I definitely
I'm pulling
have
your
some,
card.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like Crystal hot sauce.
Okay.
I think that's kind of a Florida thing.
Yeah. Some guy in Alabama told me about. I think at Popeyes they have the Crystal sprinkle or something.
Yeah, I like
Crystal
Crystals. I like what's the guy with the little it's like Pete's Pistol Pete. the guy with the little he's like a little cowboy dude. He makes a good hot sauce.
The only cowboy dude I know is the Twinkies guy.
Hey, Mr. Twinkie.
Twinkies guy's a cowboy.
Why can't I think of it? It's like something Pete's.
Any of you listen, any of you two listeners out there know?
Yeah,
sprinkle.
No. So that was like a bunch of good pickups. Then I got to show you another crazy thing.
Yeah, show me some crazy stuff. I love crazy stuff. Show me the craziness.
So this is the kind of story I was telling you earlier. How
manila envelope.
So next week we're supposed to have TikTok Toys is going to be on.
TikTok Toys,
longtime toy collector, and I don't know. We don't know each other, but I've like recently I'll run into him. I started running into him more at Pierce College, and when he's like the guy. I love that he always posts stuff like right after he comes back from the flea market, which is like something that I've always like in my mind wanted to do, but it's like I'm like, it's not something I really want to be consistent with, even though
you're too tired after you get back.
I don't know. It's like sometimes I just don't like sharing my life with everybody. It's like I just sort of want to keep it like, is that okay? Do I have to like tell everybody what I bought at every second?
It's preferred that you don't.
I mean, and so it's no diss to Dan. It's just that, but I enjoy it because that's something like he doesn't post during the week that much. I feel like it's like it's almost like you're kind of looking forward to like what's his score is going to be.
Okay,
and a lot of times
people will look forward to mine.
I know. I was like, it was funny because in a post he made, it had this little banana toy, and I remember seeing it and I almost bought it because I have a photo of me. It's a very famous photo of me. As a child, with a giant banana.
Okay,
it was just a very popular family photo of myself. And so there was like a miniature version of the banana that was like more banana size, and it's just like a banana with eyes.
Okay,
and I was like, I kind of should buy that just as like a nostalgic thing. And I was like, I think it was marked like $15, which I would have happily paid. But then I was like but I would have just put it on my shelf. And I'm trying I'm actually trying not to do that. So like, I was joking and saying, oh, I left that for you. In a lot of ways, it was like, he was like, oh, it seems like everyone that like, it seems like everything I buy is like someone passed up. And I think it's just more like, I think it shows that one, he has a good eye, because I know I have a good eye, or at least I try to think I do, or a very,
astute.
I don't know. I like, I kind of am into the oddball shit, or like it has to be a certain,
like. You're always into that weird shit.
But Dan is like, and again, I'm kind of interested to talk to him about this like next week, because he's very, he reaches a lot of different, like he casts a large net, kind of like I do.
Okay.
But I think he gets like way into the categories to get into, which is very interesting to me, because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of stuff. And I don't know, whatever. I feel I enjoy his collecting. I feel his pain if he has any.
Sheesh.
Not all of us are tormented, but most of us are. But I was like thinking like, well, no, and it's just like thinking more. It's like, yeah, like it also made me think like, no, you're actually, it's a good spot to be in, because maybe in another world I'd be buying all that stuff,
right,
and just kind of throwing it on my shelves
or selling it.
But I mean, that's the problem, is like a lot of the stuff that I pass on is stuff that I would have just kept.
Right.
It wasn't necessarily stuff that I would have resold.
Right.
Not because it probably didn't have more value, but it's also just like not what I'm really dealing in.
Yeah. Because you love it.
Yeah. So, but, and I think, and look, I know I'm not the only one, but if you see somebody that is an advanced collector, or like has a good eye, and you see them looking at something on a table, you don't cut in. Remember, as we've said many times, you don't cross. You etiquette. I saw Dan looking at it, and then like I saw our mutual buddy, Movie Mike, and I started talking to Mike, because it's like he was sort of looking, but he wasn't looking at it. He was sort of waiting for Dan, and so it's like I was waiting for Dan as well.
Okay.
Because like I'm looking at these manila envelopes, and then I'm like, all right, well. I'm definitely going to look at what he's looking at, because it looks interesting. And if he doesn't buy it all, I'm going to take a look.
Right.
So that's the long version, but I guess this is a podcast, so people are looking
they
for
have no choice. Yeah, they can turn it off or pause it, or yeah.
So I walk up, and the first thing I see is this envelope, and it just says the Black Gestapo.
The Black Gestapo? Was that soup?
It sounds like it, but what this was it's like I don't even say it's a press kit. It's kind of like a test. It's a proof.
It's like a VHS sleeve.
Yeah,
thing?
it's a proof for a VHS sleeve of a movie called The Black Gestapo, which I feel like I've heard of, because they're, during the sort of blaxploitation kind of genre, there were, offshoots. So this was kind of a, there was this is like a extreme black power, like where it looks like not only are they, well, here it is. It could have happened in any major city in the United States. Ex-Vietnam veteran General Ahmed fought for years for a grant from the city to operate a People's Army, a black organization dedicated to dealing with problems of the black ghetto. It was Ahmed's chief of staff who suggested they form a security force. Ahmed is cautious, knowing that he's capable of extreme violence and does not wish to start a bloodbath between whites and blacks. Ahmed gives into demands for a security force, and the target is vengeance, power, and the Black Gestapo. I don't know what that's
Makes
about.
me want to watch it. Hey,
Yeah.
quick question, because I'm not too learned in like the blaxploitation, nunsploitation, Nazi exploitation movies and stuff. Is that kind of like symmetrical motif like popular in like all the exploitation movies? You know what I mean? Like even the Elsa stuff, the Queen of the SS, and that the
Wait, what's the question exactly?
you know how the image was like kind of symmetrical.
Oh, okay. Like the graphic.
Yeah, is that symmetrical motif kind of like, recurrent in these like exploitation movies?
I think so. I think there was essentially, I think there was probably a certain style.
Yeah.
And they,
I'm only familiar with like the Elsa movies, and that's very symmetrical also.
Yeah.
And it's like seeing this and that. I'm like, wait, like that's all I know. Like, but like, is that?
I think it's just a
often?
70s like design
The
style.
symmetrical.
Yeah, I think if
okay.
you look at a lot of posters from that decade, you're gonna see a lot
That's
of
interesting.
that stuff.
Yeah, so if you want to make something that feels like it's from like that era, 70s and stuff, you just make it symmetrical and really orange and red.
Yeah, and I think that's also why, like, when if people remember, I don't know what episode it was, but it was like you had just bought that Terminator poster from, was it Czechoslovakia or something?
Yeah.
And remember that was like way bizarre. Like,
yeah.
Just like
Looked like some craftwork art or something.
or
just
something.
Like,
So I think it's just like a design. Yeah, just a design. Anyways, the folder is filled of like all this stuff that was used to produce the VHS cover for these movies. So I got that one. I got another one called Lady Coco. That's
Lady
like
Coco.
Cocoa.
Lady Coco.
So it's like cocoa, like chocolate.
That's the only way to spell Coco.
and then another movie was like some B horror, horror, extreme horror. And then the other one was cool too. I left in the other room, but it's actually out of the four that I was able to get, this one was the coolest because it had to do with some sort of like, it was some sort of self-help, like healing with like your mind.
Was that the demon possession thing you were listening to before?
What was I listening to?
I don't know. I thought it was something about demon possession. Or people that are like, depressed and like weak spirited or
like possessed by demons.
Yeah, more susceptible.
I believe in that shit for sure.
Possessed by demons.
Oh yeah, dude.
Because they don't like to be around the positive energy and stuff.
Oh, I totally believe it. I think if there's any, if you believe if evil exists, right? Like it definitely feeds off negativity and fear and anger and all that shit, right? Because if you're trying to be a better person, or self-help or all that shit, it's all about like thinking positively,
right.
being positive. So,
but that's not what you were talking about. What you were listening to wasn't. It
was kind of like that. I mean, well, look. I mean, if you wanna, if it's like like, okay, regardless, like if you feel like religion is real, or if it was used as allegory. Right. So it's like, okay, are they demons? Or are they like interdimensional beings that like just, that with some like crazy ass history and like, who knows, like some wacky dude, I don't know. It's crazy because like this shit, like when I started kind of getting into more like UFO shit, like over the past, I don't know, like 8 to 10. I mean, I've always kind of been into it, but like, kind of like listening to more. Actually, I think it was like when, what's his name? The dude from Blink 182, Tom DeLonge, when he created that company and stuff, like To the Stars or whatever, like I started, because the concept was interesting and it supposedly had happened before where, the government would sort of find people in pop culture, like they would find ways to disclose information slowly to the public. And that was kind of however many years ago he did that. Like, I think he was on like Joe Rogan or something, or one of those podcasts, like the first time I talked to, but it was interesting to me how there was this, like, because of how complicated and bizarre this whole alien thing really is that the government had been like for a long time, like working with people on disclosure, especially in films, like even to the point where, people say all the time. And one day we might even find out that it's real, that Steven Spielberg was given some information for, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I mean, especially that movie, so you say like 40 years later or whatever it is, he has that other movie coming out where, there's already been speculation, and it's kind of creepy actually when you know this and then you turn it on. But in the trailer for the new Steven Spielberg like extraterrestrial film, there's this language that's being spoken by the extraterrestrial, and the sort of speculation, I guess you could say, is that it's actually based on like recorded and known alien language.
Lovely.
And it's like, and when you think about that, like I'm kind of getting chills, like even thinking about it. Like when you watch the Trinity, listen to it, it's like this, like it's like this clicking, like
just like in '94.
Is that well? That's the thing, right? No, but that's the thing, right? Is and then you start thinking about like all these movies and stuff and these like little references, and that's the crazy thing to me is that what they're kind of saying, and as things it's like even today I think like the only shit that I even like sort of care about the government talking about is like the UFO thing, because even though it's like I know even if it's a distraction, it's still like kind of like my dream come true to be alive when the government like admits there's aliens, So, I mean, I think I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if we actually, really get some real disclosure that kind of melts minds to the point of like people really being like it's one thing to sort of be like, oh yeah, of course aliens are real. It's like another thing to like literally see something or experience something, or, this curtain being pulled and being like, yeah, like there's these like different dimensional planes and there are, beings and objects that can like, that are literally here, but not here. They're just they're in like a different vibration or something, and like, dude, how crazy would that be to know that there's just like multiple worlds within our worlds? Like if that's like a real thing, or it's all perceptive, right? So it might not even be our world. Like it's just this, like you might be able to just like, in another dimension, like who knows where you are in like time or space, but somehow on our Earth, there's other things that exist within our same space, just in a different dimension.
Yeah, that's
and that's trippy, like, man. But like that's like some shit you'd be like, oh, that's some like stoned alien talk. Yeah. But now, I mean, it still is, but it's also like you have people that are going on, online and TV and saying these things that are, probably not stoned at the time, come from these like positions of, been working in the government for 60 years or whatever. You know what I mean? So, it's one of those things it's hard to even be excited about because there's so much like messed up stuff going on, but and also, it might be like that. It just makes things worse if we all know that there's aliens.
Yeah.
Because then people, it's kind of like, it's like, I was like rewatching They Live.
Yeah.
And
classic.
Yeah. But the thing that really kind of like started to get me thinking, which was like the scariest thing about like, it was something that I didn't think about until watching They Live again, that the government could also be worried about. Right.
What was that?
Well, like, what is it? Like hours a day, maybe like, not less than a day from Roddy Piper putting on the glasses and seeing that there's like aliens.
Yeah. Like
before he even knows what the F's going on, he like goes in the bank and just starts murdering them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like, you kind of watch it and you're like, okay, these guys are obviously bad. But then you're just like, well, it's also kind of weird because like, the message is looking back, you're like, okay, like, oh, marry and reproduce, which actually is like kind of almost like what like people don't even like want. I mean, I guess like, I don't know. It's just these very like, it's like the obey consume thing. And it's like, okay, yeah, I understand that. But his first initial reaction is just to go straight to violence and murder them. And so I think there's, and in this case, they are nefarious, right?
Yeah, but what?
But then
what
it's
if
like,
he,
but it's also like, but then it's also like this thing, it's also this like sort of idea again, there was this sort of,
why does a white man get to decide?
Well, you could talk about that too, right? Like
he tried to convince
he definitely
the black
has
man.
some white savior. There's definitely some white savior thing,
right?
But more importantly, it's the fact of how quick he went to violence before even asking a question.
Well, they got to sell tickets somehow.
No. But think of the subtlety though in the real world.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yes, there are people that are going to act like that.
Right.
Even
right off the bat.
Right off the
without
bat.
all
I
the
mean,
evidence.
Dude, there's people that shoot like that, like will just shoot rabbits and like possums and like baby animals for fun. Like, you know, why wouldn't you just shoot like aliens? You know what I'm saying? Not, I mean, you know what I mean?
No, I understand.
Yeah.
That's the mentality of going
It's
to
more about the way people react, or, you know, if like, or like, let's say you're super religious and then, you know, you learn about an alien or God forbid, or God, like, I mean, or like, what if it's true that we're like, we're like planted seeds? That's the other thing that's been kind of like being pushed to us. And what a lot of experts are saying is that like we were, you know, like the Greys, for instance, are a future version of us,
right,
that came to try to save humanity by like not having us destroy ourselves or whatever, right?
Or the planet, or right. I've heard.
And
that.
so
they're called the Greys.
The Greys, right?
There's one type of alien.
Yeah,
you're
like
right. Yeah, the ones. Yeah, I heard that.
There's like the Greys, the praying mantis,
right?
The
lizard people,
which is interesting because remember like the David Huggins stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of praying mantis aliens, which like before that came out. I mean, but maybe, you know, at the same time, a lot of this, you know, but if you look at old UFO literature, like all this stuff has kind of been in the zeitgeist for a while, like these different forms of aliens. But it's like the praying mantis people, the Greys, the like Nordic, like the Pleiadians, and then the reptilians.
Right.
Those are like the four known, like, you know, I guess humanoid
futurist
type creatures. Or like, I mean, I don't know all the stories. Like, the Greys are supposedly us from the future. You know, the Nordic, the Pleiadians are from like, you know, they're part of like I think that's like all have to do with like the Anunnaki and stuff, and like Planet X, Nibiru. And then the reptilians, what I've heard recently is that the reptilians were like ruled Earth like 50,000 years ago. Like, well, like up until 50,000 years ago, the like race of reptilians like ruled the planet. I think maybe like could potentially be like 100,000 years before that. And then what happened was like, because of like some catastrophe,
the dinosaurs,
they were kind of like, you know, so, but supposedly like that's the whole reptilian thing, is that there's, you know, supposedly their bloodline still exists. So like when you hear things about like the Illuminati or the like, you know, the global elite or the, you know, the like head of the top of the pyramid, you always talk about the reptilians because they're like from a race that, I mean, dude, like it's like finding like fucking Mum-Ra. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you come to the planet and like, I mean, isn't that like basically the Thundercats? It's like they come to this planet and like they come to find out there's been this like, you know, ancient like creature that's been living there, and they're like, fuck you, like this is our we're the fucking thunder.
I was thinking more like Land of the Lost, like Sleestaks.
Yeah, like Sleestaks too. Like, so, you know, there's a lot of like, you know, and again, this is all like alleged conspiracy types. It's not really a conspiracy, but it's just like allegedly, like, you know, that's where, you know, if you start talking about conspiracy about like Antarctica and stuff, where like you can't go there, it's like you can't,
except for a Metallica concert.
Yeah, but supposedly like, you know, that there's like, because of the ice, that there's either, you know, remains of like reptilian bodies, like mass graves, or you know, it's like something to do with, you know, they still live in the middle of the earth, like some of them still live, but who knows, man? Like, I don't know, but you know, more and more it's like, you know, the only person I like heard about talking reptilians was like David Icke. You know, that's the only guy you could ever hear about it. And now, you know, it's like, I mean,
is he still alive?
Yeah, David Icke's still alive. Okay. Right. But he's funny because you know, it's like he's like, he's on X, but it's just literally like every day just being like, oh, I said that first, and you know, or just yelling at somebody because they're not extreme enough. But I mean, look, dude, that dude's an OG. I mean, he was saying a lot of things about a lot of things before, you know, you were even like even you could even mention them. So I don't know.
The second you said David Icke's, I thought of Ike sandwiches. So that's where my mind goes.
Yeah.
You know me.
I don't know. I'm glad I just needed a change from, I wanted some Vietnamese. I love Chateau Lemongrass.
No, I got you. I think I went by myself not too long ago.
Yeah. I've gone there by myself. I mean, their food it's always fresh. It's always good. I even saw Kyle Mooney there once. Remember that time we were having lunch with Randy?
I forgot who that was. I don't know.
He was like, you know, it's funny because he was, you know, I was watching him because I think he was on SNL during COVID, but I remember I really liked him on SNL, but he was kind of one of those like underrated, like he was kind of one of those like featuring guys.
Gotcha.
But he was in a lot of stuff.
Should have invited him onto the podcast.
I know I should have.
Are you interested in doing stupid?
I wanted to be like
podcasts about collectibles?
You know, because it's like one of those things too, where I was like, when I saw him, remember I wanted to be like Slappy Moses. And then I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, it was just one of the characters he did. But I figured that could be a good, like, I was like, oh, hey, man, like, you know, I do a podcast. Like, I think him and that other dude from SNL do a podcast. They're also, like, in Glendale or something.
Okay.
A lot of these guys are in Glendale and, like, around this area. So
Glendale is a very popular place. Shout out Glendale.
Yo, shout out Glendale, baby. They even have a Panda Inn. Which you didn't know that.
Panda Inn. I went to Panda Inn last night. Beautiful, beautiful place, man. I would love to like have a party there.
I want to live in a Panda Inn. Imagine going to an inn and they're like, "Oh, what would you like, sir?" And I'm like, I just want like got like veggie dumplings, like freshly made. You know, you just chill in the inn.
But still, beautiful dining area. I mean, we went there a little late, so the service was a little slow, but still delicious. Orange chicken.
What do you mean slow?
Oh, it was slow. Like we had to wait. We had to call the waiter over to take our order.
Do you think because he was being lazy or busy?
Busy lazy.
Busy lazy.
He's busy being lazy. No, I don't know. Our server's name, the guy that.
What do you mean? Like you think the food was ready and they were just ignoring it and not bringing it to you?
No. I mean, they wouldn't even come by to take our order yet. We had to call him by for him to take our order, to take our drink order. You know,
you should have proved that you're like, yo, I'm not like a bootleg Chinese.
They gave us like 3 dishes and we're still waiting for steamed rice. It's like,
what?
Dude, yeah, it's like, how are we going to eat this without the steamed rice? You know,
what did they say?
They didn't say anything. It just because it was going to come out with another dish, and they brought out the last dish and like 3 bowls of rice. Why would you bring out the 3 bowls of rice last?
Yeah, because you know that shit's made. That's like the first thing that's
made with rice. Yeah, you eat these.
Well, it's not like they're making rice. I'm sure they have a whole like one of those gigantic industrial like rice.
Yeah, it's already done. Just scoop it up and send it out with the first dishes. Why are you waiting for the last dish?
Maybe everyone else thought it was someone else's job. They're like, oh, I thought you sent the rice. Like, well, I thought he sent the rice. Well, usually he sends the rice.
Here's the kicker, though.
What?
Okay. Their fortune cookies are fancy. Everything's a little fancier there. Their fortune cookies come in colored foil, right? You know, different colored foil. And I realized when you open it, the butt of it is kind of dipped in a frosting.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of fancy. It's got like a little frosting edge. But when I opened mine, there was no fortune.
What? So frosting, no fortune.
Fortuneless cookie. I was like, wait, is this all of them? Or my 2 friends opened theirs and they had fortunes. So I called over the waiter again. I'm like, hey, my fortune cookie didn't have a fortune.
And what did he say?
He said, oh, no, that's unacceptable. And he brought 3 more cookies.
Oh, that's a nice.
So they made it up.
Yeah.
But still, the shock of not having a fortune in your fortune cookie is devastating.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say like, maybe they were like, yeah, I don't know. I was going to try to say something funny. Like I was like, it'd be funny if you're like, sir, I don't have any fortune, and he like points at the guy, and the guy pulls down a handle, and you just like fall.
Yeah, if it was like an Austin Powers movie,
yeah, like you fall into a bed of spikes.
But I like to think of a better future. But it's interesting.
It's a movie, so it's fake.
I'll still come back to life. Yeah. They serve sushi and they have a sushi bar. Can you trust sushi at a Chinese restaurant? I don't know.
Sushi bars make me drunk.
Because of the sake?
I don't know. That was trying to be funny, but it was like...
Oh, sushi bar? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The bar was kind of low on that joke.
The drinks are too fishy for me. No.
Yeah.
No.
Man, I love sake, but that it fucks with my gout. So
you got to take some gouch or
I do. I take some gout juice. I take gout juice.
Gouch.
I'm on gouch.
Are you really?
Well, I'm on whatever. I'm on some
gout.
Gout
Is expensive. That's like 40.
No, I'm on some other. I'm on some gout medicine. It's like I didn't want to take it, but I was just getting it too often. And I mean, I don't know. It's like I think it's a mixed. I don't drink alcohol really. You know me. I mean, I don't really drink anymore. When do I drink?
You don't.
I mean, I have a beer here.
You don't.
Or there.
Yeah, you don't drink. You don't. Drink. You don't go out to drink. I don't
go out to drink.
You don't go out, so you don't.
But
drink.
I think there was a time where I was like pretty like I drank much more regular.
Yeah.
But because I love sake. I love unfiltered sake, and I don't know.
I'll have a little Desai 23 when we order sushi, like with my dad.
Desai.
Yeah, he's like, oh, great brand, Desai 23. It's the blue kind. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So I'll have a little sake to clean the palate with sashimi.
One thing I missed about when I would travel to Japan a lot, like one of the things it's like, I mean. When you travel a lot, you sort of look forward to the lounge at the airport.
Of course.
Because it's
fancy.
It's fancy and you just like
exclusive.
Relax. So
of course.
I was, even if I would always fly United or basically anything that was like Sky Alliance or not Sky.
Yeah, Sky Alliance.
Or whatever it's called.
Sky Alliance. Yeah. Come on.
So at the Tokyo airport, at the Haneda airport, they have
fresh made udon.
Well, yes.
Ramen.
Ooh, dude. Let me they have it all. Okay. They have it all.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And look, when
my dad's a member.
The good thing is when we go, because I'm a million miler, I'm gold for life. So we'll have direct access. And so the trick that a lot of people don't know, that even if you're flying United, not Haneda, Narita, but at Haneda as well, but Narita, the one's better. At Narita, you can go to the A&A lounge.
Okay.
So the A&A lounge is a Sky partner. And at the A&A lounge, you can get udon.
That's right.
You can get ramen.
That's right.
They have sushi. But the best thing is they have a sake bar, like a sake tasting bar.
Good Lord.
And they have like 5 or 6, and it's all like regional sake, and it like tells the story about them. And so I would definitely have like a little sampling of the country when I was at the lounge. And then they also had French fries, which all us vegans like, we love that shit. And they also had these like little tiny sandwiches that was just like a thin slice of cucumber and tomato with like nothing else.
Fancy.
Very vegan.
Yeah, very Scandinavian. Was it open face?
No, it's just like those little sandwiches they cut where it's like a little square and it's wrapped in saran wrap. You know what I'm talking about?
I know. It's funny because whenever my dad would travel through Japan for a layover, when we'd ask him about his trip, we'd be like, "Did you have a bowl of noodles?" Because he likes to go into the lounge and having some noodles there.
Yeah,
No,
it's because
We're gonna stop at the lounge on the way to Atlanta.
At Hotlanta. I don't. We'll see, because I don't think I have my lounge pass anymore, because I used to get it every year, but it's just like not worth it now.
Right.
Because
I'm not really VIP anyway.
Lounges are good. It's good to have lounge. I will say this: it is if you travel
Greg.
a lot.
I'll eat crappy Burger King. It's all right.
if you travel a lot, it is worth having lounge access. But I will say that, like, and you probably know this, like the domestic lounge is like pale in comparison to like international lounges.
Of course.
So I mean, look, United has definitely stepped up their game. Like most of their lounges now, like has like actual, like you can actually get like a meal and stuff.
Yeah. I'm just playing.
I also didn't realize that. I never knew that if you have lounge access, you're also allowed to go to the lounge when you land.
Oh, that's cool.
And I never used to know that. And then, like, I remember one time someone was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the lounge for an hour and just chill before I." And I was like, well, "You could do that?" And they're like, "Yeah, of course." And so that became like, if I was traveling, sometimes it's like first thing I do is just like go to the lounge, like relax, use the restroom, have a little snack,
Wow.
Because it's like, especially if you're already waiting for your, like I gotta wait for my baggage anyway. Or you're like, okay, no matter if I leave now or 30 minutes, it's still going to take an hour.
So what do you get your bags and then go to the lounge? Or?
No, because usually you're still in the terminal. So you got to go to the lounge when you're in the terminal.
You're not afraid somebody will take your bags or just leave your bags on the side?
I mean, dude, think about how long. I mean,
We'll keep spinning around.
I guess
right?
it also depends too. I mean, maybe if I wasn't waiting for my bag,
right? Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah, I'd be worried about my what's going to happen to my bag.
Yeah. I guess it more if you're just
luggage.
like if you have carry on. But even then, I guess it also depends. Like sometimes you get out at an airport and the lounge is right there. Mm-hmm. So what's 10 minutes in the lounge or 10 minutes standing waiting for the baggage claim? I'm not saying like go to the lounge for like an hour. It's more just like 15 minutes.
I just want to get my luggage, get to the hotel, and take a shower.
Yeah, no. Generally, yeah, that's what I would do, and that's true. But I don't know. This is more advanced. I don't really travel like this anymore.
Yeah. I think I realized I know nothing about food and restaurants or anything in Atlanta, so like we have to do some research on that. Or if any of our listeners have any
I'm sure. I mean, we'll be chilling with about 3 megawatts.
Yeah, and, but I also like the.
Tunde's from there, so we can ask him.
I'm looking for interaction. I'm fishing for interaction from
Atlanta's
listeners.
I
want interaction from listeners.
Yeah, hit up.
Be like, if you guys know anything worth doing or restaurants to hit up in Atlanta, let us know.
Yeah, hit up the Funshop podcast.
Instagram. It's a call to action for the listeners.
Yeah, you just want people to give. People love giving recommendations of their town, right? Mm-hmm. If you're proud of where you're from.
Yeah, but you're right. It's like the recommendations of the locals I'll go by. So if we,
yeah, I know.
If we know megawatts,
about 3 megawatts.
Yeah.
Any comments or no one? I'm just curious. Anyone's listening.
I think FleaCon, May 31st, this Sunday. Thank you, Charlie, for the reminder. But yeah, he's doing another event this Sunday. Yeah, the 31st?
No, Saturday.
Saturday, the 31st.
Oh, no, Sunday's the 31st.
Sunday's the 31st. Yeah, the first is Monday.
Yeah, 5th Sunday.
Yeah, so he'll have an event.
Yeah, no, it should be good. I don't think there's a 5th. Someone's going to prove me wrong, but I do not believe there's a 5th Sunday this month at Long Beach.
Put up more stories about that, Charlie, and we'll throw up links for it and stuff on IG.
Yeah,
as reminders.
But yeah, no. So I'm pretty. It's going to be interesting to be back at Dcon again. I can't believe that's only a month away.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be a good time, and we'll have a little booth. We're doing a T-shirt. And,
wait, what?
Yeah.
Really? You got a table? You got a booth?
Yeah, I got a little Mishka booth. We're just gonna have a Mishka table. I mean, just
sell some wares.
Yeah, I don't know, or just maybe have it like a hangout. It might be fun. We'll see. We'll talk about it more in coming weeks.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Can we have music?
I don't see why not.
Really? Can I DJ?
I don't know if we could do
DJ.
Look. it definitely brings a vibe back to Pasadena, where you have the little section of like the DJ. We just would have to make sure that it it's not too.
Play some drum and bass.
You can play it low.
Play some drum and bass. Yeah. I'll get a decibel meter, so make sure it's not too loud.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good call. But yeah. So anyways, we're gonna go. Yeah. So we'll go to. We're gonna go to this thing at Secret Walls, Dcon. I think Monster Blues is this weekend.
Ooh, the real one or the son of?
I think it's the real. What's the difference? They're both the same.
I don't know. I just know that there's two, and they're in different places.
I think it's just an excuse to have
one's the parent, one's the son.
Yeah, I think they're just an excuse to have 2 Monster Paloozas, but not have it be, one's called Sun, so it could be like smaller and a smaller venue. But I think it's the real Monster Palooza. But I don't know, man. It's like I used to go when I can get in early, but I don't need any more junk, so. I'm probably gonna stay away.
Hey, I'm proud of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably just stay away. I don't need any more junk. And
admitting it is the first
step.
And
look, no offense, but that's kind of all they. It's all they. Like Monster Blues is like the epitome of like you don't need any of this shit, right? Like
unless
you do
you're a horror
not
fan.
need any of this shit. But I mean, it's like, dude, everyone's a fucking horror fan now. Like it used to be hard to meet other horror fans. Now everybody likes it, which is cool.
Now there's
slasher.
Genre. There's slasher fans. There's like highbrow horror fans. Right, supernatural horror fans.
Oh,
Japanese
two things
horror
before.
fans.
Okay, 2 things before we go. I was a lot angrier hours ago, but now I'm not. So, but 2 things that I was going to talk about that I was like angry about this week. Okay, one. Can we look? And we're all guilty of this, but like when you recommend a movie or something, can we all stop with like, you haven't seen that? Like, no, there's a lot of fucking media that we haven't seen, especially us, because we grew up at a time where we had to go rent videos and shit didn't exist. And like, we weren't like buying shit from mail order catalogs because that's what you had to do, right? To see a lot of this shit. And we're like, we've lived our life. We've had a lot of things going on, right? Like, we've known people who've died. Both my parents are gone, okay? If I haven't seen fucking King of Comedy, leave me the fuck alone, all right? I'll watch it, I promise.
It's on my
No,
iTunes.
I know, but I'm just saying, okay, that's one thing, right? Second thing is,
You've never seen the King of Comedy?
Dude, shut the fuck up. I'm going to try. I'm going to fucking try. I'm trying to just like, I'm just trying to wake up every morning.
Robert De Niro, Sandra Bernhard?
and for, if anyone's listening that this interaction went with, that is not about you. It's just about, it's definitely not about you, but it's more about, I don't know. Because I think for a while it's just like, nah, man. It's like we're always learning. That's the point. We're always learning and listening. Okay. I understand though. Sometimes you think people are more cultured than they are, and you realize they're not that fucking cultured at all. Like me, I'm a dummy.
I'm a dummy,
and you're a dummy.
I'm a dumb.
No, not really.
I'm a dummy.
I'm a dummy.
I'm borderline. I'm
borderline
R-word.
dummy.
I'm borderline.
No, you haven't seen my birth certificate. I have a big R. Anyways, the second thing, right? Like, care about the First Amendment. Care about freedom of the press, care about freedom of speech. I know this doesn't happen often, but my algorithm fucked me, and they put all these like audit videos, these like First Amendment audit videos. And the most annoying thing about these First Amendment audit videos is the fact that the people in the videos like have no idea like what the law is about being like filmed in public. And they'll like, and look, I will say a lot of these guys that do the First Amendment audit videos, like, some of them are very brash and they respond to people very like negatively. But the point of the video is that like, if we as Americans and as the press and also independent journalists, if you want to be, have the right to videotape in public. And people don't understand that in America, you have no,
Right.
you have a right to privacy, but in public,
right.
there's nothing to say that if you put yourself out in public, there's nothing to say that you cannot be filmed.
Right.
You don't have to have someone's permission.
That's why you have to conduct yourself a certain way in public, the way you don't in private.
Right. And the point of these people
decency.
doing that is not to tape you coming out of like the post office or a bank or a building. The point is that people need to understand that if there was actually something going on, people need to know their rights, especially as a journalist. Anyways, all I'm saying is just like, it used to be, right? Like, it used to be one of those things that people would hand out. Like, maybe I just need to maybe we should make we'll make some Funshop bill. Maybe we'll just make some. Those little
flyers.
little kind of pocket Bill of Rights.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's just like the little Constitution you put in your pocket, and it's also
if you
like
an example. We'll take a look.
Yeah, like one side like says what to do if you get stopped by a police. I just think it's important to know your rights because, like, we're living at a time where like our rights are being taken away from us, or there's potential more than ever. And I'm not Trump is obviously awful, but there's there also is worse than Trump. You know what I mean? And so you kind of have to like, that's kind of like all we have in this country that's like separates us and like kind of gives us like this sort of independence and this like kind of like it even gives the right to everyone to fight like all the fucked up shit going on, like not only in this country, but in the world. And it's like, if we lose the right to say what we want to say, it's like it's going to be detrimental to us, but it's also going to be detrimental to the rest of the world.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I say pick your battles, though. Not
well, I think it's a huge battle.
I don't need my opinion out there always. My
no.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying. I have a little soapbox, so I'm fucking.
I feel what you're saying.
Standing on it for a second. Anyways, that's it.
What's coming up this week? We should eat edibles before the show more often. What's this coming week? Did we already cover all of that? Or
well, I don't know.
Is it PCC? No. Okay,
it's Fifth Sunday. I don't know if there's a Long Beach.
Okay, so just FleaCon.
I think there's FleaCon. Tomorrow, Potter and Potter has an awesome art auction, American art, a lot of folk art. going on, and
all right, so check out Potter and
everything
Potter,
else
guys.
we'll talk about. And yeah, get your tickets. I think Dcon is sold out for Saturday, and there's only limited tickets available for Sunday.
Pasadena
so
Dcon,
Pasadena
Designercon,
Dcon,
get
buy your tickets now.
Dcon, it's not a
Dcon.
radish. Like, subscribe, and comment, guys. Peace out.
Peace of pizza.